Hey, what's up guys? Kevin here. I just wanted to make a quick video about summer snowboarding. I know that, most places around North America and Europe, snowboarding is done for the season. Here in Whistler, we're lucky enough to have another month, but I know for a lot of you guys, snowboarding's been over for a month or longer. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about all the cool summer snowboard destinations that you may not know about or you haven't had a chance yet to visit, but I've been lucky enough to visit a few, so I thought I would share with you guys all my experiences of summer snowboarding. I've been lucky to, I think, at least 4 places I've been to in the summer, and also there's so many places that I haven't been to yet that I would love to have the chance to visit, like either this summer or someday. So yeah, I thought I would just go back. I think the first place, my first ever experience summer snowboarding was over in Europe, in Austria, on the Snowboarding glacier. And I remember I was in Innsbruck, Austria, just traveling through Europe, and I looked up something and I saw that there was summer snowboarding. So I signed up, I just had to go. I remember the bus showed up in my hostel at like 7 a.m., picked me up, drove me out to the mountain, and got on this like massive like gondola tram that took me up to the top of the mountain. I think the elevation was around 3,500 meters, so pretty high. And there was just this massive glacier with, I think, me and like 2 other people on it, which was a lot of fun. Just not what I expected at all. Yeah, really incredible experience. Like no trees or anything really, just pure alpine snowboarding. And it was slushy snow, but it was really fun to be up there and a really cool experience. And I think there's actually quite a few summer destinations in Europe. I know that in Teens, France, there's a place where you can snowboard in Teens, France, and I think it's about the same elevation, about 3,500 meters, or almost 10,000 feet, so it's pretty high. And they've got like a park set up, and the videos and pictures that I've seen, it looks incredible. There's also in Switzerland, at Zermatt, you can snowboard, and there's a park. I think it's around 10,000 feet as well. I was actually there that same summer, but I didn't get the chance to snowboard. I just visited the town. A pretty cool town. You take like a train into the town. That's like the only access. Yeah, no roads, no cars. So very, very interesting place. And it's all alpine, there's no trees. The elevation is so high that there's no like trees around, so it's a really cool, unique experience. So if you're in Europe and you get the chance, look up and see what the closest summer glacier is to you and see if it's got what you want, and then go check it out. But that was a really cool experience. The next place I had the chance to do some summer snowboarding was in New Zealand. And I was just traveling New Zealand. I ended up in Queenstown on the South Island, and I was there for 2 weeks, and I snowboarded at Coronet Peak. And I think I went up maybe 10 times, and it was another awesome experience. The strange thing with snowboarding in New Zealand, you have to drive for like, I think it was like an hour up the mountain, up like a windy, really sketchy road with like, huge cliffs like a foot away from your car. And so it's a very like stressful drive up, but then you arrive like at the chalet at the top, and you have, so the mountains are very like level and even in New Zealand. So they're just like these like even pyramids. And at the top of the resort, or at the top of the mountain, so you just have this, these like intermediate slopes at the top that are just covered in snow, no trees, but it was a lot of fun. Like great place for intermediate and beginner riders because the terrain was so mellow. But they also had a park set up, so I remember hitting jumps and rails, having a really good time. The only downside was I can remember always being stressed about the drive back down to the town. So that kind of stressed me out, but other than that, really cool place. And yeah, Queenstown's a really cool town as well. It's very similar to Whistler, kind of like a smaller version of Whistler with like different shops and restaurants. There's like the legendary Ferg Burger is in Queenstown, and there's also another town nearby called Wanaka, and that's supposed to be a bit more chill. I never got to go, but a lot of my friends did. There used to be a place there to snowboard, and it was called what's it called? Snow Park. Yeah, Snow Park. So there was, they had crazy jumps and half pipes and everything built, but that's ended. But I had some friends that rode there back in the day, and they had a blast as well. So New Zealand, very cool. I would definitely go back if I had the chance. And they're in the southern hemisphere, so it's their winter. So it's not technically summer, but still for us in North America and Europe, we have the chance to go down there for hit up their winter. The next place I got to go, I came back to Canada, and I was here in Whistler, so up on the Whistler Glacier. It's called the Horseman Glacier. There's, yeah, that big glacier for snowboarding, and they divide the glacier up into lanes. So like each camp gets a lane, and so there's lots of ski and snowboard camps up there. There's also a public lane, so that's what I was riding. So the public lane, it was just full of not really jumps, but lots of rails and a couple boxes. I think maybe they had one jump now and then, and that's how I met TJ. Was TJ and my good friend Garrett both came out for 2 summers to snowboard, and we had a great time. We were up there making videos, and yeah, it's a cool experience snowboarding at Whistler because you have all the summer stuff in the town and around the town with the lakes, but then you take 2 chairlifts up the mountain, and then you get into a bus that drives you around to the other side and then up the 7th heaven chair, and you're at the glacier with 2 T-bars, and it's really cool. It's the public lane's not amazing, but then you've also got 2 snowboard camps that I know of. There's the Camp of Champions, which looks like a really incredible camp. Lots of pros in there, lots of campers. I believe Garrett went to the Camp of Champions as well, and he had a great time. Another camp up there I saw was called Treeline Camp. 2 snowboard camps up there and then tons of ski camps. Really interesting place to check out. And then you got the best of both worlds. You go up the gondolas or the chairlifts to get to the glacier, and then you can come down to the Whistler Village where it's full on summer. So very cool place. Last year I went to Mount Hood in Oregon, and I got to ride with the High Cascade snowboard camp. So that's another really cool place in North America to summer snowboard. Yeah, I was lucky enough to snowboard with them. Hopefully I get to go back for at least a week this summer. Yeah, so Mount Hood, they just get so much snow throughout the winter that you end up with lots of snow lasting all summer. So when I was there last year, it was sunny. There was tons of like slushy snow, lots of jumps and built and rails. And in the High Cascade snowboard camp area, they've got a really cool park set up. So it was great snowboarding up there. And then the cool thing too, they have a town, like not really a town, but like a strip. It's called Government Camp, so kind of a weird name. And there's just lots of cool like little restaurants, food trucks, and yeah, really cool, friendly people. We camped there last summer, which was a lot of fun. So we had still the best of both worlds, a bit of summer, a bit of winter. I know at the camps too, they have skate parks, so you can come down after snowboarding, go skating. And yeah, just in like a really cool little chill town. They have like Cobra Dogs is down there and a few other little food trucks. So really good times. Hope I can get back there again. If you're at Mount Hood or on the Whistler Glacier, let me know in the comments, and hopefully I'll see you guys up there. Yeah, and so I think that's all the places that I've had the chance to snowboard. A few places that I would love to get a chance to check out. The first thing that comes to my mind is South America in Chile and Argentina. Just from videos, it looks like incredible places to snowboard. There was a pretty famous snowboard part. It was called Trapped in Chile, where Jeremy Jones goes down to, I think it's Valle Nevado, and he's snowboarding down there, and it looks like a lot of fun. It's like alpine. I think it's like 3,500 meters, so almost 10,000 feet into the mountains. Yeah, really cool looking snowboarding near Santiago, Chile. You fly into Santiago, then you drive into the mountains. And then another place is called Portillo. Places I haven't been yet, but I've seen in videos and I've seen photos, and it looks really cool. And again, it's their winter, so it's not, I guess, true summer snowboarding because you're flying into winter, but it looks like a lot of fun. Yeah, I would love to get the opportunity to get down there one day. And then another place, which is kind of, you wouldn't think, but Australia has got summer snowboarding in the south. So in Victoria and I believe it's New South Wales, I had a few students that went to University in Victoria, and then they would go down to Mount Buller to snowboard. I think it's like a lot of fun from the videos and stuff. I think it's like a mix of slushy snow and some icy stuff, but it looks pretty cool. And I believe that the resorts in New South Wales are called, the couple of more popular ones are Threadbow and Perisher. Places I haven't had a chance yet to check out, but they look like really cool resorts. A lot of people that work and live in Whistler as well have come from doing seasons in those resorts. So I think, yeah, they're like, you know, they're not the best, but it's still a lot of fun. And you can drive from Melbourne. I think you could also drive from Sydney. You know, you got that, you drive up into the mountains. I think it's again like, or sorry, not mountains, but maybe they are mountains. It's like 2,500 meters to 3,000 meters, I believe. So you're pretty high up there. So it's a lot colder from the elevation. That's why they get the snow. and then you're driving back down into the warmer weather. But yeah, hopefully a place you get to check out someday if you're down in Australia. And if you've been there, let us know in the comments of how it is and what you think, and if we should make the trip from North America over to Australia. Yeah, lots of places out there. Just one more off the top of my head I know in North America is Woodward Copper in Colorado. I haven't had a chance to check it out, but I've heard lots of good things, and I think they run a pretty cool camp there. If you get a chance, look it up. Yeah, those are all the different places to do some summer snowboarding. I know it's like once the season's over and you start to feel that like itch to snowboard again, maybe check out, see what's the closest place to you. And if you can make it happen, or if you can, you know, if you've got some extra money and you can fly to one of these destinations, it can be hard waiting until next like October or November, waiting for snowboarding to come around again. So it can be good to get that at least 1 week fix of snowboarding in the middle of summer. So that can always be good. You know, until then, if you can't make it out to a summer snowboarding spot, there's also always skateboarding and all the water sports you can do, like wakeboarding and surfing, and hopefully I want to get a one wheel and check that out. So lots of cool things to do in the summertime to keep you busy, but then also to improve your riding for next season. Lots of options, and hopefully I see some of you guys out snowboarding this summer. So I know definitely be up on the Whistler Glacier, and I'll also be hopefully down in Mount Hood. We'll see what happens, and maybe possibly more. We'll see how the summer goes. But yeah, thought I'd share that with you guys. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions or comments about your favorite summer snowboarding spots, let me know down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Talk to you guys later. Peace.